Have you ever heard about the inmate who became an unexpected hero in a county jail? Picture this. A routine day at the jail takes a dramatic turn when Deputy Hobbs faces a life-threatening emergency. Amidst the chaos, it's Smalls, a young black inmate who steps up and defies all odds, showcasing courage and humanity in the most unlikely of places. But what exactly unfolded on that fateful day? Let's find out in today's story. Before we get into the main content of the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive updates on our latest videos. Feel free to leave your comments with feedback on the content and any topics you're interested in. Your support means a lot to us. Have a great day. As a deputy in the county jail, I've seen my fair share of challenging situations, but nothing could have prepared me for the events of that fateful day when one of our own, Deputy Hobbs, faced a life-threatening emergency. It started like any other shift. I arrived at the jail, greeted my colleagues, and prepared for another day of overseeing the inmates. Deputy Hobbs, a seasoned officer whom I respected deeply, seemed a bit off from the start. He was breathing heavily and sweating profusely, which was unusual for him. I noticed him remove his hat, a gesture he rarely made, and I knew something was wrong. Inmate Smalls, a young man serving time in our facility, was assigned to a downstairs room where he had a direct view of Deputy Hobbs's desk. Smalls, who happened to be black, was often overlooked by both staff and fellow inmates alike. "I don't know, man," one inmate muttered, casting a wary glance at Smalls's cell. "Can we really trust him to help? I mean, he's always kept to himself, never caused any trouble. But still, you never know. He's black, ain't he? You know how it is around here. Can we really rely on him?" But on that day, he would prove to be an unexpected hero. I watched as Smalls banged on his door, desperately trying to get our attention. At first, some of the other inmates hesitated to listen to him because of his race. It was a heartbreaking moment, seeing prejudice rear its ugly head even in a time of crisis. But when Smalls persisted, it became clear that he was trying to alert us to something serious. "What's he on about now?" one inmate muttered, casting a suspicious glance towards Small's cell. "Probably just stirring up trouble as usual." Another inmate, his voice dripping with disdain, chimed in, "Can't trust someone like him, always got an angle." A third inmate, nodding in agreement, added, "Yeah, and why should we listen to him anyway? He ain't one of us." Then, it happened. Deputy Hobbs collapsed, his body hitting the cold, hard floor with a resounding thud. Time seemed to stand still as shock rippled through the cell block. As the urgency of the situation escalated, Smalls's voice pierced through the chaos, cutting through the noise like a knife. Hey, y'all! Something's wrong with Deputy Hobbs!" Smalls yelled, his words carrying a sense of urgency that demanded attention. What's happening?" one inmate called back, his voice tinged with concern. "I saw him! Deputy Hobbs! He's down! He needs help!" Smalls shouted, his tone frantic as he tried to convey the gravity of the situation. A wave of murmurs spread through the cell block as inmates exchanged worried glances, their expressions reflecting the growing sense of unease. "Is he serious? He better not be playing around." But Smalls wasn't backing down. He continued to bang on his door, his shouts growing louder with each passing moment. "I'm telling you, we need to do something! Deputy Hobbs could be in trouble," Smalls insisted, his voice rising above the din of the cell block. And as his words echoed through the cramped confines of the cell block, a sense of urgency settled over us. For in that moment, it was clear that Smalls was not just shouting for the sake of it. He was shouting because someone's life depended on it. Soon, the entire unit was banging on their doors, calling out for help. I rushed to Deputy Hobbs's side, along with a few other deputies who had responded to the commotion. We quickly assessed his condition and called for medical assistance. As I reached Deputy Hobbs's side, the gravity of the situation became apparent. His breathing was shallow, and his pulse weak. It was clear that time was of the essence, and I needed to act fast. "He's unconscious," I called out to the other deputies, my voice tinged with urgency. We need medical assistance now." The sound of frantic footsteps echoed through the hallway as the other deputies sprang into action. Together, we worked quickly to stabilize Deputy Hobbs while we waited for the paramedics to arrive. With the help of a few other deputies, we carefully moved Deputy Hobbs to a safer location. Meanwhile, the calls for medical assistance continued to echo through the halls as inmates and officers alike rallied together in a united front. Small's shouts continued to reverberate through the cell block, rallying the other inmates to action. "Deputy Hobbs needs medical attention," Smalls yelled, his voice echoing off the walls. "We have to do something." And as the commotion reached a fever pitch, something incredible began to happen. The barriers that had once divided us, race, status, past mistakes, began to crumble away, replaced by a shared sense of purpose and humanity. Despite the initial hesitation and prejudice he faced, he had persisted in his efforts to alert us to Deputy Hobbs's distress. And now, as we worked frantically to save our colleague's life, it was clear that Smalls had played a crucial role in ensuring that help arrived in time. As the paramedics arrived and rushed Deputy Hobbs to the hospital, the sense of relief was palpable. Thanks to the quick thinking and decisive action of everyone involved, Deputy Hobbs was given the medical attention he so desperately needed. In the aftermath of the incident, there was a profound sense of gratitude among both inmates and staff. We had come together in a time of crisis, setting aside our differences and prejudices to save the life of a fellow human being. The incident sparked conversations and reflections within the jail. It prompted discussions about implicit biases and the importance of treating everyone with respect and dignity, regardless of their background or circumstances. Small's actions forced many to confront their own prejudices and rethink their attitudes towards their fellow inmates. For Deputy Hobbs, the incident served as a wake-up call. He realized the importance of taking care of his health and not ignoring the warning signs that his body was giving him. It was a humbling experience for him to see how his life had hung in the balance and how the swift actions of those around him had saved him from a potentially dire outcome. As for Smalls, he gained newfound respect and recognition within the jail community. His bravery and quick thinking had not gone unnoticed, and many of his fellow inmates now looked up to him as a role model. Despite the initial skepticism and prejudice he had faced, Smalls had proven himself to be a valuable member of the community, capable of rising above the challenges he faced. In the days that followed, the incident continued to resonate within the jail. It served as a reminder of the importance of solidarity and unity, especially in times of crisis. Both inmates and staff members alike were inspired by the way everyone had come together to help Deputy Hobbs, regardless of their differences. The incident also led to changes in protocols and procedures within the jail. Staff underwent additional training on recognizing medical emergencies and responding swiftly and appropriately. There was also increased emphasis on fostering a more inclusive and supportive environment within the jail, where everyone felt valued and respected. Outside the jail walls, news of the incident spread, highlighting the humanity that exists even in the most unlikely of places. It served as a powerful reminder that heroism knows no bounds and can emerge in the most unexpected circumstances. For Smalls, the experience was transformative. It gave him a sense of purpose and pride, knowing that he had made a difference when it mattered most. He vowed to continue looking out for his fellow inmates and to always speak up in the face of injustice or danger. As time passed, the memory of that fateful day remained etched in the minds of those who had been there. It served as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of solidarity. And though life in the jail continued with its ups and downs, the bonds forged on that day remained unbreakable. But perhaps, most importantly, the events of that day served as a powerful reminder of the resilience and strength of the Black community. Despite facing discrimination and marginalization, Smalls had risen above the prejudices that sought to hold him back, proving himself to be a hero in the truest sense of the word. In the broader context of societal inequities, the Black community often bears the brunt of systemic injustices. From racial profiling to unequal access to education and employment opportunities, Black individuals frequently encounter obstacles that hinder their progress and success. Yet despite these challenges, the Black community continues to demonstrate remarkable resilience and perseverance. For Smalls, a young Black man confined within the walls of a county jail, the odds were stacked against him from the outset. In a system that often disproportionately targets and incarcerates people of color, Smalls found himself navigating a world that seemed designed to keep him down. But instead of succumbing to despair or hopelessness, he chose to defy expectations and assert his humanity in the face of adversity. Smalls' actions on that fateful day underscored the strength and courage that resides within the Black community. In a moment of crisis, he did not hesitate to speak up and take action, despite the skepticism and prejudice he faced from both inmates and staff. His unwavering determination to do what was right, regardless of the consequences, serves as a testament to the resilience and moral fortitude of Black individuals who refuse to be defined by society's limitations. Moreover, Smalls' heroism highlights the importance of recognizing and celebrating the contributions of Black individuals, not only in moments of crisis, but in everyday life. There were countless Black individuals in AU jail whose contributions often went unnoticed or underappreciated. From the janitor who diligently maintained the cleanliness of the facility to the counselor who provided support and guidance to inmates seeking rehabilitation, Black individuals played integral roles in the daily functioning of the institution. Beyond the walls of the county jail, there are countless examples of Black individuals who have made significant contributions to their communities and society at large. From civil rights leaders who have fought tirelessly for justice and equality to artists, entrepreneurs, and innovators who have enriched the cultural landscape, Black individuals have left an indelible mark on history in order to build a more just and equitable society. It is essential to actively acknowledge and celebrate the achievements of Black individuals, both past and present. Moreover, recognizing and celebrating the contributions of Black individuals is not only a matter of justice, but also a source of inspiration and empowerment for future generations. When young Black children see themselves represented and celebrated in positions of leadership and influence, it sends a powerful message that their dreams and aspirations are valid and achievable. By lifting up the stories of Black heroes like Smalls, we not only honor their individual bravery and resilience, but also affirm the collective strength and resilience of the Black community as a whole. In doing so, we move closer towards a more inclusive and equitable society, where every individual is valued and respected for who they are. Smalls' heroism served as a powerful counter-narrative to these harmful stereotypes, challenging preconceived notions of who Black individuals are and what they are capable of achieving. By stepping forward to help Deputy Hobbs in his time of need, Smalls defied the expectations that society had placed upon him, proving that his worth was not determined by the color of his skin or the circumstances of his past. Moreover, Smalls' actions underscored the importance of recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of all individuals, regardless of their race or background. In a society that often fails to fully acknowledge the humanity of Black individuals, it is crucial to celebrate moments of bravery and compassion, no matter who they come from. The events of that day also shed light on the intersections of race and class within the criminal justice system. While Smalls and Deputy Hobbs found themselves on opposite sides of the prison bars, their shared humanity transcended the barriers that society had erected between them. In the face of adversity, they came together as fellow human beings, united by a common purpose and a shared commitment to helping one another. Furthermore, Smalls' heroism serves as a reminder of the importance of allyship and solidarity across racial lines. Although he faced initial skepticism and prejudice from some of his fellow inmates, Smalls refused to let those barriers deter him from doing what was right. His actions ultimately inspired others to set aside their prejudices and work together to save Deputy Hobbs's life, demonstrating the transformative power of empathy and compassion in overcoming divisions and fostering unity. In the wake of the incident, there was a renewed sense of solidarity within the jail community. The bonds that had been forged through adversity grew stronger, as inmates and staff alike recognized the importance of standing together in the face of adversity. Through collective action and mutual support, they demonstrated the resilience and strength that can emerge when people come together across racial and cultural lines. In recognizing the role that race played in shaping the perceptions and experiences of both Smalls and Deputy Hobbs, there was a growing awareness of the need to address systemic inequalities that perpetuate racial disparities in incarceration rates, sentencing outcomes, and access to resources and support services. As the jail community grappled with the aftermath of the incident, there was a collective commitment to fostering a more inclusive and equitable environment for all individuals, regardless of their race or background. This included implementing training programs to raise awareness of implicit biases and promote cultural competence among staff members, as well as creating opportunities for inmates to engage in dialogue and advocacy around issues of racial justice and equity. As I reflected on the events of that fateful day, it was clear that heroism knows no race or background. Inmate Smalls had defied the odds and proven that even in the darkest of times, humanity prevails, and for that I would be forever grateful.